Hey everyone! In this video, I am going to show you just how easy it is to use Dun Bradstreet data with Zapier. No coding, no complicated setup, just seamless automation to get trusted business data straight into your favorite apps. Whether you're using Salesforce, HubSpot, or Excel or any other application, this is going to save you time, effort, and headaches. Let's dive in. Alright, first things first, what is Zapier? Well, imagine if all your favorite apps could talk to each other and just do the boring task for you. That's exactly what Zapier does. It's a no-code automation platform, which means you don't need to be a tech wizard to use it. With Zapier, you can connect thousands of apps, like your CRM, accounting tools, or spreadsheets, and set up automated workflows called Zaps. It's like having a personal assistant who works 24/7, making sure your data moves exactly where you need it without you lifting a finger. Sounds good, right? Zapier connects with over 7,000 apps. Yep, your favorite tools: Salesforce, HubSpot, Moneybird, Excel, Slack, Google Sheets, you name it. That means you can automate almost anything, from sending invoices to updating customer records, without ever having to copy and paste data manually again. Just set it up once, and Zapier takes care of the rest. So, how does Zapier actually work? It's all about Zaps, automated workflows that connect your apps and make them work together without you lifting a finger. You don't need to know a single line of code. Seriously, no programming, no IT team, no headaches. Whether you're a finance pro, a marketer, or a small business owner, you can set up automations in just a few clicks. Zapier is built for everyone. We begin with a trigger. If something happens in one of your apps, it could be a new email, a form submission from your website, a new account, contact, ticket, or deal in your CRM. It will trigger the workflow. Then, Zapier kicks in based on that trigger. Zapier automatically performs a task in another app, like pulling business data from Dun Bradstreet. Then the last action. Maybe it's updating a spreadsheet, notifying your team, or enriching customer data. Fully automated. So, when does Zapier jump into action? It all starts with a trigger, in this case, something happening in Salesforce. For example, when a new record is created. This could be a new lead, case, account, or contact, or when an existing record is updated. Maybe a deal moves to the final stage, for example, closed or won, or even when a specific field on any object is changed. Zapier detects these changes in real time, and it kicks off an automated workflow, so you don't have to do it manually. Now, let's talk about HubSpot. Just like Salesforce, it's packed with important triggers that can kick off powerful automations in Zapier. For example, when a new contact or company is created or updated, or when someone fills out a HubSpot embedded form on your website, or when a new deal is created in your sales pipeline. Zapier instantly detects these events and takes action. And of course, we can't forget about Excel and spreadsheets, because let's be honest, finance teams love them. With Zapier, you can automate workflows whenever a new row is added to a spreadsheet or when any row is updated with fresh information. Let's see this in action with Excel as the trigger. Step 1. You enter a company name or KVK number into an Excel row. Then, Zapier jumps in. It connects with Dun Bradstreet and instantly retrieves relevant business data, like the DUNS number, credit score, and payment risk level. That data is automatically added to your spreadsheet in Excel or to your CRM like Salesforce, HubSpot, accounting software, or any other app. Now, let's zoom in on what Dun Bradstreet actually does inside Zapier. When Zapier connects with D&B, you can order specific data blocks to enrich your workflows with real-time, trusted business insights. For example, you can retrieve company information and get key details like address, industry, and registration. With filing and events, you can track company filings and changes. With financial strength insights, you can check credit scores, risk indicators, and the financial health of a company. With hierarchies and connections, you will better understand corporate structures and subsidiaries. With the data block ownership insights, you can find out who really owns and controls a company. With payment insights, you can assess payment behavior and potential risks. And finally, with principals and contacts, you get information on owners, principals, and key decision makers. Instead of searching for this data manually, Zapier makes it available instantly, so you can automate smart decisions and keep your business ahead of the game. Alright, Now it's time to see Zapier and Dun & Bradstreet in action. Here's what we're going to do. We'll start with an Excel spreadsheet. Let's say you've a list of local registration numbers. We then want Zapier to step in and connect with Dun & Bradstreet to pull in key business data, like Dun's numbers, credit scores, and financial risk insights. Finally, that enriched data is automatically updated back into your Excel sheet, with no manual work needed. This means you can instantly access verified business information right where you need it, without switching between tools or doing tedious lookups. Let's check it out. We're working with a blank spreadsheet, and in this example, we're going to enrich Dutch Chamber of Commerce numbers, or KVK numbers, with trusted data from Dun & Bradstreet. Now, there are multiple ways to match business data. You could use a company name and address, or even a VAT number. But for this demo, we're keeping it simple and using just the Chamber of Commerce number. Here's how a spreadsheet is set up. In column A, we ask for the Chamber of Commerce number. This is our starting point. In column B to column E, we want company name, address, city, and country. These will be automatically filled by Zapier. In column F, let's put in the failure score. A score 0 to 100 that helps assess financial risk. And I want to have the D&B rating, an easy-to-understand business health indicator. Let's put one Chamber of Commerce number as an example. Okay, the columns are set up. We only need to save this Excel document online. Before we start importing the complete list of Chamber of Commerce numbers, let's first set up our workflow in Zapier. Zapier is all about automation, so we're going to build a workflow that takes our Chamber of Commerce numbers from Excel, sends them to Dun & Bradstreet, retrieves the relevant business data, and updates our spreadsheet, all without manual effort. Here's how we set it up. We choose Excel as our starting point. Our Zap will activate when a new row is added to the spreadsheet. In my case, the spreadsheet was saved to my OneDrive account. Find and select your Excel spreadsheet. Mine is called Chamber of Commerce Demo. And finally, select the right worksheet. We already put one Chamber of Commerce number in the sheet. Let's test if we see the data here as well. And as you can see, we see the data. The Chamber of Commerce number is on row 2 of this worksheet. Let's use this test result for our next step. Find and select Dun & Bradstreet. Now, we need to specify the desired action. In this case, we're using the Match Entity Resolution action. This helps ensure that the data we retrieve belongs to the exact business we're looking for. Now, as you can see, Dun & Bradstreet needs some information from us. This is where mapping comes in. We take the test data from our trigger step and link it to the right fields here. We don't have a country code in our Excel sheet, but since we know we're working with Dutch businesses, we manually enter the SO code for the Netherlands. This helps Dun & Bradstreet narrow down the search. A Chamber of Commerce number is what D&B calls a registration number, so we map that field directly from our Excel data from step 1. The other fields, like company name and address, are optional, so we'll leave them blank for now. With this setup, Dun & Bradstreet will accurately find and verify the right company, ensuring that we pull in reliable and up-to-date business information. Let's test this. Great! We've found a match. Great! We just got our first set of data from Dun & Bradstreet. This includes key details like company address, city, country, and Dun's number. There's a lot more information available, but for now, we only need these fields. But we're not done yet. We still need data for the failure score and D&B rating. Since this information is part of the Financial Strength Insights Level 2 data block, we need to make a second request to Dun & Bradstreet. Let's add another step in our Zap. Let's copy the previous step to save some time. You see that Dun & Bradstreet requires a Dun's number, which, luckily, we just retrieved in our previous step. That means we can now map this field in Zapier and request financial insights for the correct company. Now, we select Financial Strength Insights, Level 2. Let's test it. And yes, the request works, and we now get back the failure score and D&B rating. With this final step, we now have all the data we need to fully enrich our Excel sheet. To do this, we add one last step to our Zap. Search for Excel in Zapier. Select Update Row as the action and choose the correct spreadsheet and worksheet where we want to store the data. Now comes the important part, mapping the data. Mapping means telling Zapier which data from our previous steps should go into which column in Excel. Here's how we do it. Column B, we take the company name we pulled from our first D&B request. Column C, let's take the address. Then city, and all other fields. Everything is mapped and ready. Let's test it. And perfect. The spreadsheet updates automatically, filling in all the missing fields without any manual work. This means that from now on, whenever you enter a new KVK number in Excel, Zapier and Dun Bradstreet will instantly enrich it. No searching, no copy-pasting, just real-time business insights at your fingertips. Let's test it with this small list of numbers. Perfect! It works. In a matter of seconds, the spreadsheet is fully enriched and updated. And that's it. We've successfully automated business data enrichment without any manual work. With Dun & Bradstreet's global coverage and Zapier's flexibility, you can integrate the most powerful business data into your business-critical applications without technical knowledge. Whether you're working in Excel, a CRM, or an accounting tool, this integration helps you save time, reduce errors, and make smarter business decisions, all on autopilot. Good luck and happy automating!